Welcome to MobTV. Please do subscribe to our channel for more videos. Click on the bell button for notification.
Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be alerted when a new news is being updated. A news hitting us this morning says you are a coward for arresting and detaining Owore, FFk's President Buhari. Femi Fani-Kayode, the former Minister of Aviation, has described President Buhari as a coward and a timid leader over the decision of the federal government to arrest and detain Sahara Reporters publisher and ex-presidential candidate Owore. Owore was picked up from his Lagos home on Saturday, August 3rd by men of the Department of State Security (DSS). He was accused of championing a revolution which the federal government says to be a threat to national security. Owore and his group planned for a protest tagged #RevolutionNow today, August 5th. FFk, in a piece shared on his verified page, said Owore is not his friend and can never be his friend, but he will, however, not sit back and watch him being humiliated by the government. According to FFk, Owore has used his platform to slander, label, vilify, and defame him and his family. Read his page below. Owore, and the emissary of Satan. Every Nigerian has a legitimate and constitutional right to protest and demonstrate peacefully in a democracy. It is not an act of treason to march against the president and to protest about the insecurity in the country. The publisher of Sahara Reporters and a presidential candidate in the just concluded presidential elections, Mr. Owore, expressed his desire to demonstrate peacefully against you, President Buhari, and your government. He chose to call his protest a revolution in order to emphasize his zeal and the importance of the event. He has no arms. He has not threatened to conduct an armed struggle or engage in an armed insurrection or to kill anyone. So this can only be a revolution in name and by word. Yet you are such a coward, you are so timid, and you are so fearful of your own shadow that you storm his home in the middle of the night, arrest him and threaten to charge him and his supporters with treason if the demonstration holds. Meanwhile, various murderous northern supremacists and headline Fulani extremist groups, all armed and fully loaded, have stated their intention to kill every southerner in the north unless and until Ruga is accepted and implemented in the south. They are filled with hate, they have arms, they are racist, they are ethnic supremacists, they have a publicly stated murderous intent, and they have already killed many in the south, the middle belt, and even in the north itself. Yet you did not see it fit to arrest even one of them or declare them as terrorists. It is those that do not kill, that do not have arms, and that do not threaten to kill, that you threaten with treason, detain, jail, kill, and call terrorists like IPOB, IMN, the civil rights groups, and activists and members of the official opposition. I am constrained to ask you, why are you such a coward? Why do you always target those that cannot fight back, that do not kill, that do not threaten the peace, and that do not carry arms? The only thing they have are their words, their feet, their hands, their pen, and the courage of their convictions. Yet you are so intimidated by them and so frightened of them simply because you cannot bear to be exposed for what you are. You silence and clamp down on the official opposition, on IPOB or IMN and all the civil rights groups, but you bow and tremble before the Fulani herdsmen and covertly protect and support them, waste your pamper Boko Haram, secretly empower them and fight against them with kid gloves. You do not even honor our gallant soldiers that fought Boko Haram in battle, but instead you bury them like stray dogs in unmarked mass graves, and after they are killed on the front line. Meanwhile, your military commanders are openly telling Boko Haram fighters that if they pull down their arms, they can end up being president of Nigeria. That is the pitiful level that you have dragged your nation and the Nigerian military to. I must ask you, why this glaring double standard? Why are you such a bully, and why are you so hell-bent on dividing and destroying Nigeria? I guess that you have already achieved that objective, because I doubt that our country can ever be the same again, but yet you are still not satisfied. You want to do more. You want even more turmoil, strife, division, violence, mayhem, confusion, slaughter, carnage, and conflict, and you are trying desperately to provoke a violent reaction from your targeted victims and those that you secretly hate and despise. This surely is the work of the devil, and you, sir, are Satan's demonically anointed and satanically inspired emissary. I warned the country about you before and during the presidential election in 2015, but they will not listen. People like President Olusegun Obasanjo, General Ibrahim Babangida, General Abdulsalami Abubakar, Chief Ernest Shonekan, Professor Wole Soyinka, Sheikh Ibrahim El-Zaki, Mr. Omoyele Sowore, Pastor Tunde Bakare, Vice President Atiku Abubakar, Senator Bukola Saraki, Mrs. Obi Ezekwesili, Mr. Femi Falana, SAN, Chief Dele Momodu, and many others supported you then. But I, by divine insight and prophetic perception, saw through you, knew what you stood for, knew what you planned to do, and knew what you represented. So did my friends and brothers Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Governor Ayo Fayose, Lieutenant Colonel Abubakar Dangiwa Umar, retired, Pastor Bosun Emmanuel, and a few of our fathers in the Lord like Bishop David Oyedebu, Pastor Ayo Orisheja, Prophet TB Joshua, and a number of others.